Lord Jesus, for this day. I'll turn the Traeger on. The lights go off, of course, but I got plan B. Got the Weber going. We'll be just fine. What do you think, Bella? I'm gonna keep this one simple. Just gonna use a little bit of olive oil for binder, pepper, salt, and the Honey Hog Meat Church seasoning. Already got it washed and ready to go. Alright, not too much of that oil, just enough to let the seasoning stick. So trying this out for the first time, I usually use mustard. I want to see the difference. Usually when I cook, I always try something different to see if it works out better. Alright. Let's see. It's the Honey Hog. As y'all know, with my videos, I'm usually generous with the seasoning. Want to make sure to get it on the sides as much as possible. I really think it's hard to over season, but I think it's easy to under season. Just my opinion. I like food that's very flavorful, so I don't want it to be bland at all. So. I explained in the beginning of the video, but this is a pork shoulder, pork butt, Boston butt, all the same thing. Bone in, you can get bone in or out. I have tried both. They're both. So there you go. We're gonna leave it there for hopefully a couple hours and then see if I can get the smoker or Traeger back on. We'll see. Hi. Say hello. Ava, it's hot. How you know? Say hi.
Hi.
It's hot.
It's hot?
Yeah.
No touch it?
No touch it.
Ouch!
Yeah, ouch. Monitor the temperature, slowly climbing. It is going to get higher than desired. We'll monitor it. If it gets too hot, I'll pull it off. I'll keep checking it out. Bought this picnic table about a year ago. I love it. We eat out here all the time. It's nice and peaceful. It's currently holding a little over 300, so I'm gonna go ride for a little bit and I'll come check on it. I don't want to open it up and drop the temperature too low, so we'll see. That one there, it was like 17 bucks, so it'll make a lot of sandwiches, tacos, whatever you want. Yamaha's ready. I'm ready. Gotta get at it and enjoy the day. What do y'all think? Alright, so I left. Had to go take care of some things, and I left about 2.5 hours, and I'm going to check on it now, see what temperature it is. I got the Traeger going again, so I did get electricity back, which is good. I prefer the Traeger because it's less maintenance. I mean, I can just leave it at a temperature and it'll go. With the Weber, you got to keep putting charcoal in if you want to keep it at a certain temperature. Say whenever you're going to cook, you might want to have a couple of practice runs so you can get the time down right, and then you can you know, have the food ready for your guests and they're not waiting, or maybe so you don't have it done too early. So well, this is just for us, so you know, we'll have some for dinner and I'm not too much worried about it. Well, there we go, starting to smoke already. So I'm gonna use the Traeger Temperature Pro because mine broke the other day. Is not working as I would like, so I still need to set the temperature on this one. I gotta reset it, but it's about 10 degrees off, but since I know that, I'll be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and See what it looks like. So that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna transfer it to this pan and finish it off in the Traeger, so that way it can catch all the juice. I'm just gonna let it sit like that. I'll cover it with foil a little later. Traeger's already at 171 and it'll go up quickly. So. Alright, so Traeger set at 250, it's actually at 276. It'll come down here a little bit, it's just was preheating. Pro is at 122, so which is in reality about 112, 115. So I'll keep watching it. Check it out. Looking good. Looking good. I'm about to wrap it. But before I wrap it, I like to throw a little bit more seasoning on it. And I just I don't wrap it. I cover it with foil and leave it cracked a little bit. Alright, so I started 5:19, started around 11. This is very loosely covered. I mean, I'm not too worried about it being super covered up. Since I started on the Weber, it's been 6 hours. I got my trusty temp probe. The Traeger one's reading 162. I want to go to 204, so I am going to use this probe. We're going to compare. 62. Pretty dead on. Compare them again here in a little bit. So it is 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. Not even close to dinner. Completely missed it. I wanted to show y'all this because it happens, especially when you're doing practice runs. For some reason I had 160 in mind as far as temperature, but that's when you wrap it. As you can see, I don't stress about it too bad. I'm just practicing. And with the pellet grill, you have so much flexibility. So what I'm gonna do, all right, I'm going to turn it down. It's at 250 right now. I'm gonna turn it down to 210. I want to get it to 204, and the reason I'm turning it down to cook longer, because obviously I didn't make it for dinner, so I'm just gonna go to sleep and cook it overnight and be good with it, and we'll see what happens. It's just gonna be tender. I'll show y'all the end results. 7:20 a.m. I'm checking up on this. Now look at this. It's right at temperature. Pretty crazy, huh? I want to show y'all that I filled this up about 11 p.m. last night, and there it is. It didn't run out. Usually you get about 8 to 10 hours depending on how hot it is. That's why I lowered the temperature. If it would have been at 250, I probably would have been running out right now, but I mean, it just worked out perfect. You see why I don't worry about temperature times, and all I worry about is the temperature, is what I mean. And you can play with it. I literally said, you know what, I'm sleepy, I'm gonna go sleep, and I left this thing on, and now this thing's ready to go. I love this thing. Pulled the probe out and I got a little sample. Oh man, let's see you can see how tender that is. So it's been sitting on the counter for like 30 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and shred it to see how tender it is. It's just pretty much coming apart on itself. And what you want is to be able to just pull this bone out like that. So I learned from last time not to shred it all at once. So because I want to get rid of as much fat as possible. So I'm just gonna leave it like that until I'm ready to do our sandwiches and tacos. But if you see that, I didn't even need a fork or anything. I did it all by hand. This is the end result: barbecue and shredded pork nachos. For example, pulled pork sandwiches. Put a little bit of barbecue on there. There you go. I'm showing off a little bit. Delicious, great flavor. Can't ask for more. All right, so quick summary. Got a pork shoulder from Sam's. It was about 17 bucks. It also can be called pork butt, Boston butt. It's all the same, I believe. That's what I always get. You can get bone in or out. Put it on the grill at once. Put the temperature at 160. Once the temperature gets to 160, you can wrap it. Once you wrap it, raise the temperature up to 250. It will take about 10 to 12 hours. If you have it at 250 the whole time, you can lower the temperature if you need to prolong the cooking time. You're really just working off a temperature. Make sure that you do a couple practice runs before you cook for a large party. That way you can get the right seasonings that you like and get the right cook times. So I appreciate y'all watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and looking forward to making the next video. God bless.
Yum.
You like the barbecue Daddy made? Is it delicious?